Hello, good morning and welcome to the AM News. I am Apita CBD. Now, police in Accra have announced the arrest of 2 people in connection with the weekend's violent clashes in the Odododiodoo constituency. Video footage shared online showed supporters of the 2 leading parties, NPP and NDC, trading missiles amid the firing of gunshots. At least 1 building was vandalized. Accra Region Police PRO DSP Fiatenge says the police is pursuing all those responsible for the violence.
The Odododiodoo constituency, that was last Sunday, the Jamestown police have been able to identify and arrest 2 persons whom we suspect had incited violence or they were part of the rioting that took place on Sunday. Earlier, I had mentioned that some names have been picked up and that the police was working thoroughly on those names. And so these 2 persons were arrested just this afternoon. There's even one that we have still contacted that he says he'll be joining or he'll be coming. So we are exploiting all other avenues to ensure that persons whose names have appeared on our records of having caused the disturbances at the Odododiodoo constituency would be arrested for due cause to follow.
And so far, have both parties, the presidential and parliamentary candidates, been invited to make sure they speak to their people so peace will prevail?
Yes, right after the incident, the division had to invite both of them for a meeting. First of all, to find out what has gone wrong, what really happened, because all we know is a disturbance. So we really needed to know what really occasioned that disturbance. And they had assured us that they'll be coming. One of them was engaged and that he promised to come, but he was asking that if we could reschedule the time to make him available on that meeting. So we are expecting to meet all of them. It is also part of our processes as well.
So my understanding is that so far the NDC parliamentary candidate, Nina Zebanda, has reported. Yesterday he told us he was reporting to the headquarters, but the NPP parliamentary candidate has not.
Oh, I am not aware. In fact, according to what the commander says, in fact, he made a very reasonable excuse of why he couldn't come. And I think that was reasonable. I think it's not for me to announce that here. But he has given us that assurance that we should reschedule. He didn't tell us he's not coming. All he said was because of 1, 2, 3, we should just reschedule the time to make it convenient for him to also come. So we expect that we meet the 2 of them, not just one person to be met before later we meet another person. So there's an arrangement in that way.
You indicated earlier that you are engaged the traditional leaders of the area.
Meanwhile, President Akufo-Addo has condemned the weekend clashes between supporters of the governing NPP and the opposition NDC in the Odododiodoo constituency. For him, it is those without a message who resort to violence and intimidation. Addressing a Dubai organized by the Ga Traditional Council at Jamestown as part of his tour of the Greater Accra region, President Akufo-Addo called for a total rejection of electoral violence before, during and after the general elections.
We want peace in Accra. Shikia wafo Bahamu femo gbene acho edwemomi. Je no kona no ye.
The election is about expressing your views and making a choice. There's no need to fight. Only those who have nothing to offer foment trouble. If you have a good message, you sell it, rather than being violent. I'm pleading with you. We want peace during the elections. The world is watching us, and we have to behave properly.
Basa was more basa. No, I face the 7th of December. Ghana, Africa fair, World Fair in Kwawo. It's an amen nakesi wo yi owo he. Ni wo ba fe no miliakesi Ghana be na bibio komeye. Ni ame icho ben papa ana ame jon na kema jeni bi anae.